Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to be talking about the Google Pixel Fold. So I've been using this phone for 48 hours and I want to give you guys a quick update on my impressions of this foldable smartphone. Now as you know, this is Google's first generation foldable. It is $1,800 and it is a very exciting product. And from a consumer point of view, I would actually consider returning this product. Now, as a reviewer, I'm going to keep it as inventory. But if I had purchased this as a consumer with my hard-earned money, I would certainly consider returning it. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the pros and cons of this phone that makes me want to return it. So one of the biggest things I like about this product, in fact, is the outer display. I like the fact that it's wider than other competitors such as the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, which makes it, in my opinion, more usable as a primary outer display. So when I was using the Fold as my daily driver and I was doing basic tasks like making a phone call, writing a text message, which brings up the keyboard, I was finding out that using the keyboard on a narrow display was a lot more pain than using it on a standard smartphone that has a wider form factor. So basically any app that I was using that pulled up the keyboard was a little bit annoying. It wasn't the end of the world, but it was annoying for a quick, simple task where I did not want to unfold the device. With the Google Pixel Fold, when I just use the primary outer display, it is wider, so I am able to easily use the keyboard to make a quick text message, or if I go to Chrome, I want to quickly research something, the keyboard is there, easily usable because of that wider form factor on the outer display. Now I do want to be clear that outer display on the Pixel Fold is still not as wide as a standard smartphone. So that display is roughly 2.65 inches, but on a regular smartphone like the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, it is almost 2.9 inches wide. And also the display is not as tall as a standard smartphone, so it's not like you're getting a perfect outer display, but it does have a better usability score than a Samsung Galaxy Fold. And we are going to be talking about the inner display in a moment, but I do want to quickly mention the camera. I like the camera on the Pixel Fold. It is not at the level of a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, iPhone 14 Pro Max, or a Pixel 7 Pro. However, it is a very good camera. You can see a couple sample shots that I took, and it does produce some amazing shots usable by the everyday consumer, no problem. There is some struggle in extreme low light conditions and you do get some noise, but for the most part this is a very usable, very feature rich camera, also capable of 5 times optical zoom. And here's a camera struggling in real time to focus at nighttime and also producing blurry photos as a result. I just want you guys to see this is actually happening. And it could be fixed with a software update perhaps, but right now this is the case. Now let's talk about the inner display. When you unfold this device, you get a 7.6 inch inner display. It is easily viewable in bright daylight. You can see me holding the phone out here. There's a lot of light outside and I can see everything on the screen extremely clearly, whether that's for checking messages or taking photos. This is a high quality display, there's no question about that. And both the inner and the outer display do have high brightness, high resolution, and high clarity. The problem is when you do unfold it, you are getting thick bezels on all 4 sides of this display. And again, normally that wouldn't bother me. This phone is so much better than the first generation Samsung Fold, but it's simply not as good as the latest generation Samsung Fold 4. It is priced at a premium, $1,800. So for it to look slightly outdated when you unfold it is a problem. The unfolded display is the main dish on these smartphones and it doesn't look as good. Look at it side by side with the Fold 4. The Fold 4 just looks pretty amazing. And the Pixel Fold, despite it being a great phone, does not look like an $1,800 phone. The price is important. this money is coming out of your pocket. So maybe if it was $1,400, I would not complain about the bezels, but at $1,800, I am compelled to complain about the bezel sizes. But going back to the screen quality and screen clarity and screen brightness, it gets top points. And of course, there's other things to talk about. Of course, the phone is fully water resistant with IPX8, which is great. It's got great pixel performance. We have a Tensor G2 processor, which is Google's current flagship processor. Even compared to the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, which is using a Snapdragon processor, you can see that the Geekbench scores are pretty close. And also because the phone is so lightweight when it comes to software, it is very basic. That makes it run very smooth. Animations are very snappy. It is in fact a pleasure to use this device. Launching apps, navigating the phone, using apps, just interacting with the phone at all times is 100% smooth. There might be very occasional lag, but that can be fixed with software updates. Talking about software updates, this phone is going to be guaranteed to get updates all the way till 2028. It is made by the company that makes Android, so it's going to get all the latest updates. And of course, as I hold the phone in my hands and interact with it, from a design perspective, from a build quality perspective, it certainly feels like a high-end product. There are some phones, when you just grab them, it just says, I'm cheap. This one says, I'm a premium smartphone. You can feel that, you can see it. That's not an issue. Now, one more thing I want to quickly mention is some missing features on the Pixel Fold, which is right here. And then here we have the Samsung Fold 4. You can see it has that wireless power sharing feature, which you would expect any phone to have at this price point of $1,800. That means I can turn this feature on, I can flip this phone over, and I can have my Galaxy Buds or my Galaxy Watch charge on the back of my Samsung phone, but I can't do this here, and normally that wouldn't bother me, but again, both of these phones are the same price, so I think that feature should be standard on the Pixel Fold. Alright, so I've talked about most of the things I wanted to talk about. The Pixel Fold is a high quality product, but it doesn't match up with the price point. Great outer wide display. Great quality displays both on the inside and outside, but then on the inside you've got the thick bezels. Then you have a bunch of missing features that the other foldables have at the same price point. It does have a good camera, but it's not that great. In daytime, it was taking some perfect shots, but towards nighttime, there was some struggle. It is an amazing first-gen product, and it's far better than the Galaxy Fold 1. But it is inferior to the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, and the Fold 5 is around the corner, which is going to be even more refined. And it's still going to be the same price. And then you have some missing features like the reverse wireless charging. You have slightly less performance. So you have all these small drawbacks for the same price as other foldables that have more options. Also, one of the highlights of a foldable smartphone is its inner display. When you unfold it, that is the main dish. And that's where the Pixel Fold also fails, specifically because of those bezels. I mean, it looks as old as a Samsung Galaxy Fold 1. The Fold 1 had an ugly notch and thick bezels, and this one is like they just took away the notch, but the bezels are still there. It just doesn't fully compute to be $1,800. So if you want to buy it, you can buy it. I would return it personally, but I'm 100% looking forward to the Pixel Fold 2 next year with many improvements and for the same price. And that's it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And for now, guys, have a fantastic day.